Hello, my name is Jeremy Nelson, and I'm one of the two tech leads for the final Sinopia work cycle this year. And what I'm going to show you today is the work that we've done on integrating Sinopia with a number of different library backend systems, both traditional ILSs as well as a couple of library services platforms. So first off, I'm now logged into the Sinopia stage environment. And we have this new export to catalog button that's available for some of the groups that we've set up back-end workflows with. So I'm going to first export to the catalog. So it's going to send a message then to the SQS queue that we have. And now here, I'm going to click into Stanford's and then trigger the DAG. Now that's going to monitor for new messages coming in. You can see it's been enabled, and so now I'll go to the graph view, and as you can see, it picks it up. We go through, and in this process here, it's going through and connecting to our Symphony backend ILS. It completes, it goes through, and then as it's going through, we determine if it's a new record or if we need to do an overlay operation. And then what happens at the end is that we create a new local admin metadata with either the updated or new cat key. And then finally, at the end, we actually send an email to the cataloger who requested this. Now I'm going to show you a couple of the new functionality for integrating with other library systems that we've implemented these past few weeks at the end of this current work cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and run the export to catalog again. Now we're going to go back and we're looking in our DAG here for the incoming message. Once that message hits, then I'm going to show you some of the work that we've been doing on integrating with FOLIO, the ILS, or the Library Services Platform. So here I'm going to click on the Process FOLIO. Now, one of the things that we're doing that's really interesting, I think, is that we're using RDF Sparkle queries to actually extract data from the Sinopia instance and work RDF, and then we build a folio inventory record, and then we insert it into folio, and then again goes through the process again. If you look at the folio mapping, we have all these different inventory fields in folio that are being mapped. Then we build our folio inventory record, and we can take a look and kind of see what that looks like. So with that done, then it just goes through, and then through the same update Sinopia, we create a new local admin record, and then we send a email to the cataloger. And here I'm just sort of simplifying it, closing those expanded boxes. You can see this entire workflow. What's sort of interesting with this is that now if I go into our folio test instance we have, and we'll bring up the inventory application, and then we'll search for the record we just imported. So I'll bring that up, and there's a couple of things to notice. One, here we can see the source is Sinopia, and the instance, sort of human readable ID, is we're actually using the instance URL back in Sinopia. So this allows catalogers then to go back and forth between Folio and Sinopia to do actual linked data editing and then importing that into our Folio instance. So the final thing I want to show is there's been work done by Jim Han at the University of Pennsylvania, and he's working on a DAG for Alma. And we can see sort of the workflow that he's been working on. And it is very similar to our Symphony workflow. We parse and wait for the message, send it to the RDF to Mark, and then we post that new Mark record, that Mark XML to Alma. So this is exciting because it's going to allow many more libraries to actually close the loop and catalog within Sinopia, get their records into whatever the backend library system is, and have it available for them. So thank you very much, and we will talk to you soon.